Je m'appelle Stuart Ashambrenner.
You picky prick. Stuart's Series Selection.
Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Stuart's Series Selection. And today I am joined by everyone's second favorite BTB reviewer. I just said K Money was the favorite, so you have to be second favorite.
I'm okay with that.
Todd Wilkins, thanks for joining us. And today shouldn't be much of a surprise to anyone who knows you, but today's author is going to be Daniel Silva. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick our favorite book out of all of Daniel Silva's novels. So there's a lot to choose from. So with that said, I will pass it off to you first.
All right, so I'm not sure if you can see over my shoulder, but I do think I have all of the books except for my favorite. So if you want to sneak peek, you can zoom in there and try and find that. But for me, this was a tough choice. There are 20 plus books. I've been reading for 2 decades. But really, when I kept thinking about it, there was one book that stood out to me. I think I've read it the most because I like to reread the entire series before the new one comes out. But it is The English Assassin. It's a little beat up because, again, it's 20 years old at this point. But for me, this book introduces 2 of my favorite characters, one being Keller and the other being the goat. Shout out to the goat on the shelf. And I truly, but beyond that, honestly, it's one of those things where Silva manages to combine art, history, music, and espionage all in one book and does it flawlessly. The fact that this was, I want to say, his 5th book ever is even more impressive, but it's one of those series that I go back to constantly. He really found his voice of the character in Gabriel in this one. And it's just one that I think if I'm ever recommending the series, this is the first book. I'm like, you can read The Kill Artist, but if you really want to jump in wanting to start to get a flavor for the universe that is Alon's world, this is one. English Assassin is just, it's amazing. It has everything I want. It may not be arguably the best story. Others have, won or been nominated for Barry Awards, Rembrandt Affair, The Messenger, all of that. Prince Fire, I get it. But this one for me, it's just that grouping of all the parts of what make an Alon book amazing, and that's why English Assassin, bigger guns, the best.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's an awesome choice.
Yes.
And mine is going to be similar but not the same. So it's been a while since I've read some of those earlier books, so that might be part of it. But obviously fell in love with him from The Kill Artist. But my favorite, and I actually don't have the hard copy of it. I have like the ebook and the audiobook, but not a hard copy. I do have this hard copy. It's not this book, but just to show it, this is one of my favorites, The Other Woman. But it is The English Girl, which is kind of like the kickoff of what I thought was a really interesting trilogy, or like a run of 3 books. And for people who have said, and I've heard this about some authors with really long series, some people are like, I just don't have time to go back and read all of them. For this series, I'm like, well, I can start you in the middle, and I'll tell people to go with that one. It leads nicely into The Heist. I can actually see it hiding behind your bookshelf.
Yeah, I was like,
The Heist and then The English Spy.
Yeah.
3 really stellar novels. But yeah, I've used that one in book clubs and things like that as well.
Absolutely. I think when I did a ranking at some point, I think that was 4th on my list. So I won't fault you there. That's again, just a fantastic book with everything you would ever want from Silva at his height. So no, all right. I know we're supposed to argue or something, but I can't. Like that was also a really good choice.
This isn't as much of a 5 Angry Men style thing. It's more of just
this is
spitballing, because it's hard to argue, the top 2 out of however many books Silva's on now, which is quite
no,
a
and I still argue, like, I like the early stuff because the universe has just evolved and the characters have evolved. It's tougher to do the team oriented books at this point in the series. So going back and rereading some of the early ones again, I'm like, oh yeah, I like all the kind of the bickering as they're going out on missions and everything. So I still have an affinity for for the early stuff. But I missed that a little bit in the new one, but you can't do it. It's just the series has evolved and is what it is. But
Well, when was
good
the
choice.
first book written? It was late 90s?
2000. Yeah, what?
Early
2001.
Okay.
I
I
don't
didn't
know.
expect you to know that off the top of your
I'm
head.
too.
I'm just
Yeah, if
throwing
I'm
it.
close, that sounds right. I'm just trying to how many books are there? Yeah,
Quite a
something
few.
like that. I don't know. Yeah, that's half my life ago, buddy. I can't remember that. I don't know what I did last week. So yeah, I'm with you on that. But
Cool.
no, good choice. I'll be interested to hear what our other Silva fanatic Sasquatch has to say about this in the comments.
Definitely. Yeah. Please leave a comment on wherever you're seeing this on your favorite Daniel Silva book, whether it's from the Alon series or not. Yeah. Let us know what you think. Cool. Thank you so much, Todd. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining me.
Absolutely, man. Anytime.
All right. That's been another edition of Stuart's Series Selection. And let us know your favorite Daniel Silva book in the comments. We'll see you next time.